The UK Telegraph have reported that Hamas have now come out just in the last few hours and said that they will not stop now. They will not lay down their weapons or do anything. They will not stop until they have Jerusalem as the capital of a Palestinian state that occupies all of the current area of Israel. So that is what you have done, Anthony Albanese, Penny Wong, Jim Chalmers, Keir Starmer, Emmanuel Macron, Mark Carney. You have done this, and every single person marching on the bridge today is doing this. You're encouraging the perpetration of this horror show. You are doing it. You're the ones responsible, and you should be so ashamed of yourself. Hamas have now, as James said, got the moral high ground because of you marchers on the bridge. Great work. Wow, you're really clever. Sorry, James, carry on.
Well, no, I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself, Rowan.
Thank you, James.
Well, the whole notion of a two-state solution is fanciful. It's just not feasible. It doesn't matter if post-Hamas what happens, if that population there votes for another Hamas 2.0 that wants to eradicate Israel, wants to get rid of the Jewish community, then you're not going to be able to have a two-state solution. You can't have a two-state solution when one side wants to destroy the other side. So we've got to start being realistic when we talk about these things, because it's all very good and well to say that's the ideal, that's what we're aiming for. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But really, how is it feasible? Let's look at the reality of what's happening in that region at the moment.
Well, it is interesting, though, if you look at this.
You mentioned the European leaders, from Starmer to Macron and others, who are giving comfort to Hamas. I think the bigger issue, for Israel is what's happening in the US, because the change in public opinion in the US is stark, it's dramatic. We're talking about 60% plus swings in some categories of people whose sympathies have shifted in recent years. And that is very significant, and you can't ignore that. You can't say, well, they're wrong. This is public opinion, and it's powerful, and it definitely is something that politicians are going to be looking at. So going forward, that's something that also has to be taken into consideration. I think so many Australians are just sick of foreign conflicts, foreign hatreds being imported here and shoved in our faces. That's another issue that you've got to be honest about. So many Australians just have their own issues. They've got a cost of living crisis. We've got all sorts of societal issues here. Do we really need to be importing foreign hatred?
No, but I'll pick you up on that. Sorry, you go, James.
I was going to say one other thing, though. You talk about support in the United States slipping away from Israel. One of the other interesting things that we've had this week is that support for Hamas in the Arab world has also been absolutely melting away. And in fact, this week, this here is going to be the real key to peace. And this is, let's not take our eyes off the prize here, which is the whole realignment of the Middle East, that the Abraham Accords diplomacy that Trump started in his first term and that is continuing in this term is continuing with. Hamas has no support in the Arab world anymore. Iran is now all but neutered. And so where does Hamas have its support? In Western capitals and universities.